Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So I got so the remix.
EMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give it the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. Ain't nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. But then it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. He was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt this sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. And now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, a killing eye. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from your planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tie. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. One beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace several presents and gifts. Call me Santa. Claus, I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
missing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on? This is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. I hope you guys are doing well. Do me a favor, hit that button, those like, share, and subscribe button, so you're notified when I go live. Okay. This is a very short. It's a very short session. As you can see, it says emergency. It's about EMEKA IKE. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that really quickly, about 30 minutes, because then I have to jet out. Also, we have another show, a big show this evening, so at 5 p.m. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time. We're going to get into this conversation and talk about it. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Saturday. We have a big show later on today. We're in the middle of our pre-lunch. All right, let's see. All right, just want to make sure we're on the same page. All right, good. How's everybody doing? Your weekends are good? Everything? Okay, this is Man of Prestige. What we do here is we talk about relationships, but we use trendy topics. So we don't drag anybody out of their houses. They give us stories, and then we'll cover it, okay? And one of them is EMEKA IKE over the past 1 week or so. And we watched a short video. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. All right, so I've got I actually kind of prepared for this. I was on the road earlier on today, and I recorded some videos. I'm just gonna play those videos. But what are we talking about? We're talking about EMEKA IKE. EMEKA IKE is it's a Nigerian actress. But I'm just gonna play this video, and if you have anything you want to drop in the chat, anything like that, I will engage you guys in the chat. Shout out to Neni. Neni, I see you. Good to see you. All right, so I'm just gonna play the video and then we'll take it from there. But again, just today, like right now, just a few hours ago, a video was released. I'm gonna play a little bit of it from today. And finally, the wife came out, and the wife is talking. Okay, the wife is talking. So I don't know if you saw it yet, but I'm just gonna play that video for you, and then we'll take it from there. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, so she came out, she spoke, and everything she said aligns with everything that he was saying, that EMEKA IKE was saying. All right, everything he said aligns, but however, we have to extract some of these lessons really quickly. Hold on one second. I'm going to play the video for you, and then we'll take it from there. All right, and also yesterday, let's not forget, EMEKA was on Your View, and it's pretty congruent with what we've said here already before, which is it's coming off very aggressive, passive aggressive, but also aggressive, and I don't think he's aware. I don't think he knows, and most people that do this, they're not aware. Okay, that is not an excuse. Ignorance is never going to be an excuse. Ignorance is never an excuse. Keep that at the back of your mind.
Is an exclusive. Susan Emma, the wife of famous actor EMEKA IKE, is speaking to the press for the first time in her life. Her husband has made heavy accusations that she has withheld his children from him, that she has crippled his businesses, that she has attacked his career, and insinuated
These are some of his
into
accusations.
after
Yes.
his life. She reached out to me to tell her side.
She reached out to Chude,
Incidentally,
auntie.
a few weeks ago, I had confirmed EMEKA as a guest, but couldn't schedule it because our season recordings were ending. EMEKA was invited to talk to me and he agreed. Unfortunately, at the last minute, he had another engagement and he has said he will make it again. But today,
Yeah.
we
But
have
Apache,
an
good to see you, sir.
emotional
Tiba,
sister of a
how are you,
conversation
my lady? Good to
with
see you.
Susan, his ex-wife, and their son, their first son, Michael.
Their first son, Michael, is going to speak. Now, I haven't seen that yet, so
It is going
I think they've divided this up into parts. This is just the one I've seen so far.
to shock you. It is going to shock you deeply.
All right, so that's that really quickly. Let me play some things from some quick clips for you, then I'll play what I have to say. I have about 20 minutes of what I have to say that's pre-recorded. I'll play that for you. But let's first of all go through some of this. Hold on one second. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna play that right now. Okay, so this was yesterday.
And I say I won't talk to you. What do you think she'll tell me?
You want what?
If I had a call with your wife this morning
Yeah?
about you, what do you think she will say?
My ex-wife or my new
Your
wife?
ex-wife.
Oh, you're remarried?
Oh yeah, I have a South African woman in.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Moved on.
Oh.
She has moved
How many
on.
children do you have with this
She's in
person?
Germany? Is she the
She
one
lives in Germany,
with
Nuremberg.
the children?
What?
I
How many
don't-
kids you have?
You don't count children in
Yes, how many? How many?
Before I start saying I'm giving,
You have children?
I'm giving
You
birth
have-
in my old age.
Please
Yeah, I have
now.
to-
Now, this particular interview, your view, that was yesterday. He was so uptight. It was very tense. It was like, it wasn't like, even some of the ladies were like, I'm about to farm you up. But anyway, I spoke about this in there, but I just want to play this for you so you can see. But listen to this part right here real quick.
Yeah?
You have 2 kids?
D-Love, good to see you.
Oluchi, I love you. Chidera,
For real?
bring it on. You
That's
know.
nice.
So I love
So you've
Michael.
moved
too.
on.
I love Michael.
So you've moved
I love
on.
Jade
Okay, I didn't know
Kelly,
you
I love
moved on.
Jason. I love Andrea. I have fully
6 children.
moved on, but I'm trying to
He has not moved on, but let's continue.
swallow everything so that this will not bring it up. But if I hear any talk, I will spill every bean that I've decided to hide.
So nobody should say anything.
If I
She said, nobody should say anything. Anyway, I'm looking at this here, and Nini says, people saying he's an abuser, and so we should give him room to say it's part of the story. This man almost ran mad and lost everything. I'm not saying his ex lied, but if you saw the Johnny Depp trial and how his ex-friends and family lied to cover her, you will rethink your words. Let men talk when they are overwhelmed and sad. This is what men look like when they talk. I want you to be careful when you're asking men to talk. This is not something they're familiar with. Men are used to not washing their dirty laundry in, their dirty linen laundry in public, right? Now, if they're going to talk, if it's going to be a healthy thing, it's not just going to be men jumping out and just yarning dust anyhow, right? Especially if they're going to tell on themselves in a way that can destroy their reputation. Ladies, slow down when you're asking men to talk. Slow down. That still needs to be done. See, once they're talking to public anyhow, right, they can't take it back. And it's the same youth that will judge their words. And that's one of the things that EMEKA IKE is crying about. No, it's not as simple as men should just talk. It will never be that simple. Why? Because of monitoring spirits such as you. It's not simple. It's not simple. Some of these things you come out, you say you can't take it back, it's going to affect your children. It's going to have listen, I don't know if women get away with talking anyhow in public. I'm not sure. But men don't get away with that. Okay? Even when they are right. So no, it's not that simple. As you can see, it's not that simple. And it's been misyanning for the past 5 days, and it's not looking good. It's looking very, very nasty. Anyway, that's one right there. Look at him. Man is talking. Is he talking, or is he just throwing himself under the bus more? Right? Why would he say something like, if anybody says something stupid, where's the threats coming from? Is that speaking his truth, or is threatening his own family? Okay? Does that demonstrate more lack of self-respect for you, or not yet? No, it's not that simple. If men are going to talk, it needs to be within controlled environment. It can't be just speak your truth, because it doesn't work out well, as you can see. Okay? And at the end of the day, the custody of this whole thing is in the hands of men. So it's not as simple as just speak your truth. That's always a bad idea. Always a bad idea if it's done outside of a controlled environment. Anyway, I just want to drop that real quick. Why does it sound weird to me? Because it's uptight. It doesn't feel right. Every time he says something else, it's working against him. Okay? And he's extremely pissed off at everything else but self. The media, he's blaming the media. He blamed everything else but self. And it's actually not necessary to blame anything. You can just shut up. You can just shut up and go seek therapy, go seek help, counseling, the right ways, wise counsel. The public is not your counselor. They're not going to help you. You're going to throw yourself more and more under the bus. This is crazy. Okay? Anyway. Let me see here. Before I play the video that I have for you, let's see. His definition of moving on is a new relationship, but he certainly hasn't gotten over the pain and resentment from the ordeal. Obviously, this is what it looks like when you ask men to just talk anyhow, speak their truth. It's a terrible idea. Okay. Tima says, let men sit with the therapy first before talking to the public. Exactly. There's something called PR. Especially when you're a celebrity, there's something called PR. There's a way you talk in public, not because you're wrong. It's because once you say it, you might not say what you mean to say. It's too much that goes into that. Anyway, it's nobody's palaver that he, a celebrity, a public figure, did not educate himself on public speaking. It's like you guys are reading my mind already. That's why I love the Prestige family. Thank you, Adebusola. That's perfectly said. Dr. Abi, hello. He says he's looking crazy by the day. He needs a PR professional to help him control his narrative. Exactly. You can't control the narrative all by yourself when you are the subject. It will work against you because you are the person involved. Your emotions are involved. And it's obvious. He can't realize that we can see his emotion through his nose. We can see it. I could see it from day one, but the more you talk, the more people will continue to see it. You know, so nobody's disputing the fact that he might have gone through something, collect shege from his own relationship that he created with his own hands, being the leader in that relationship. But it's not about life happening perfect for you. It's not about life crisis not happening to you, because that would never happen. As in, like, that reality is never going to be a reality. It doesn't exist. Everybody will get hit with crisis sometimes. It's how you respond to the crisis. That's what matters. But Patrick, sir, good to see you, sir. Emeka should keep his mouth shut. He's so controlling the way he tells the side of the story. Yeah. Even a lady was like, you know what? I think I started fighting back. I think I started fighting for myself. I think it got to a point where he felt like this one is growing wings. And that's when the physical violence assault started. There's a level ounce of accountability I'm hearing in that. With EMEKA IKE, nope, it's everybody's fault. In fact, it's media's fault now. It must be everybody else's fault. Everybody is just trying to be evil. They're after him. Everybody's after him. Baba, could you improve on anything in the way you move? Well, I'm not going to go in that direction that you're going right now because, you know, then he started to talk about the boy child. Again, 80% of quote-unquote things that make sense on paper, but 20% poison. Please do not advise our younger men. They don't have the luxury of talking anyhow in public. They need social skills. They need, if they are popular people, public figure, they need public relations specialist. And that's fair, because we live in the real world, not in a fantasy world. Agreed, MOP is refusing to take any accountability. Everything was done to him. Yeah. That was so obvious from day one, but it's getting more and more obvious to more people. But some people are just stubborn. They want to bring in Johnny Depp. This is not the court of law here. In the court of law, they showed him. She got all of the custody, and she did not get the kids. That's what they showed him in the court. This is not the court. This is a public court of opinions. And this is part of the energy you have to manage when you're a popular person. The public courts of opinion are part of the energies that you have to manage. That's what it comes with. Everything that's worthwhile in life comes with a cost, right? Yes, so it's everybody else's fault, Brother Patrick. Anyway, let me play this video, and then I recorded this earlier when I was on the street, so I can just relax, because I know we're going to have a show later on at 5 p.m. with Shion, so I don't want to overtalk. But let me play. These are my thoughts from earlier on today, and I'll play that, and we'll take it from there.
I haven't done this in a while, you know, being in my car, but this is, I don't know if I will feel this way and be able to, I mean, I could have taken some notes, but I just felt, you know, while I'm waiting here for a second, I got a few minutes. I could just talk about EMEKA IKE really quickly. I just finished watching EMEKA IKE's wife. I think this might be a first part or something like that. It's a video on by Chude. Shout out to Chude. Good interview. He's always had good interviews. And the first time I haven't seen EMEKA IKE in a long time. The first time I saw EMEKA IKE is an American, sorry, it's a German / Nollywood actor. You know, we grew up watching him on the screen, on video clubs, renting video, Nollywood movies in the 90s and stuff like that. So it's a guy that we respect his craft when it comes to acting, you know. But honestly, I don't really recall too much about his skill. I knew it was better than the likes of Ramsey Noah, and the only person I would say maybe might be better than EMEKA IKE is probably RMD. Okay, so he was that good. All right, so now he came out with this interview like a week ago on Rubbing Mind. This was about 5 days ago, and he talked about his marital issues got him depressed for a long time. And inside of the comments of that video, there were a lot of comments I was looking at that I was like, oh my God, you know, this is gonna be bad, you know. And if you go under that comment, you will actually see me say what he went through is crazy. What I said there was half truth, half sarcasm, because, you know, when people collect shege from the woman in their life, or their relationship, not the woman, the relationship itself, oftentimes it's the relationship dynamics itself and not necessarily the persons. You know, like I keep saying, a lot of people just don't know what they're doing. All right, that's what's going on with a lot of these people. They don't know what they're doing. They have no skills, no game, and they're doing marriage. And that's like most people. Okay, so there's nothing peculiar about that. But I'm saying it as a campaign to make everybody aware, like, listen, if you're going to do this marriage thing, there's some skills you need to learn. Just like anything that's worthwhile in life, it's not different. There's nothing peculiar about that. Like anything that's worthwhile in life that can potentially destroy you and destroy the people you love and destroy your relationships, maybe you shouldn't rush into it without going through a certain curriculum, right? Maybe you should stop telling yourselves there's no manual to these things, right? Because somehow when people start fighting, they start finding manuals on how to fight. They suddenly learn narcissism, the new terminologies, manipulative, including EMEKA IKE himself accusing the lady of manipulation. So the first comment said, the way I grew up loving EMEKA IKE, I feel so much pain that he went through all of this and couldn't tell his side of the story. I'm glad he found healing. So in addition to me watching that first video, and I saw and I already detected some holes in this, you know, particularly when he started to hold the government, which is the people, accountable for the demise of their industry. I was like, okay, this guy, okay, he has not learned anything about life, because there's nothing that says accountability in his rhetoric. So also, the moment he started saying, I feel sorry for you young men, I said, this is another person that has not gone through proper healing and trying to help other people. They're going to create, like, they're going to speak truth, which is their experience. That's their experience, 80%. And then 20% poison, which is their type of solution, which is to basically fearmonger. You know, warn younger people away from marriage. The problem with that's a failing strategy, because people will have sex. Okay, they're gonna have sex and then end up in child support courts, child custody battle courts, which is worse, you know. So marriage is not something you put on a pedestal by itself. It's an institution. It's a container of the people in it. If you are trash people inside of it, you will have trash marriage. If you're a person that have actually done the work, right, you will absolutely have an awesome marriage. This is the same thing for relationships, same thing in dating, same thing even after divorce, right? There's no guarantee that there will be no divorce. Life happens, right? But when you end up in divorce, you still have to manage the relationships of people involved in the divorce, the children, yourself, with your ex. The same work you might be trying to avoid, you have to actually do more of it. Sometimes it's necessary for your peace of mind. It is what it is, but that's besides what we're saying right now. And then somebody says, marrying the wrong person is indeed a terrible experience that nobody would want to have. So people were taking sides with him, and I said, not so quick, not so quick. But I kind of slowed down. I relaxed, I slowed down, because I'm like, okay, maybe you're wrong, Ola, okay? Like, listen to the other side of the story. Hear the other side of the story. You know, they always say that. I'm not the judge. I don't need to hear the other side of the story. I can hear holes in your story if you tell me your side of the story. Okay, particularly I'm hearing it, so maybe I can share some insights to ways you could have improved. The truth is that you can't control other human beings. You can only control yourself, and you do have the power to influence other people with the way you move. You can't control, you can't change, none of that. You can influence other people because you are a powerful spirit amongst us. Okay, my hands are shaking a little bit, so I don't blind you. All right, so I was looking at a bunch of comments like that. But anyway, the wife has come out now, and she's speaking, and she basically called him a sociopath. She called him a sociopath. But everything she said kind of aligned with what he said. If you know how to read between the lines, if you have a little bit more than common sense, okay, you'll be able to pick these things up. And no, you don't have the power to judge EMEKA or anybody, or her, Susan, right? No, you don't have that power, so you don't have to worry. But you can use your senses, okay, a little bit beyond senses, critical thinking, all right, and say, hey, what this man said, his behavior aligns with what this woman has said thus far. Not the particulars detail of the ones and zeros and black and whites of what they said. The vibe, the energy, right? The way you could just, like, if you were to protect yourself from either of both people, who would you want to protect yourself from? That's a question for you, and put that in the comments, right? Now, that your answer is going to be a function of your personal experiences, right? So some people might say, no, I will protect myself from this woman, okay? Some people say, I will protect myself from this man. Either way, I just want you to think a little bit deeper than common sense, okay? Common sense says the person that has been running to the public to accuse the other person is probably right. That's what common sense does most of the time. But now that you're hearing two sides, since you want to wait for the two sides of the story, now you've heard two sides of the story, right? You know, anyway, I've been seeing some comments that have changed mouth, okay? Somebody said, I've never been this touched by a man's innocence and honesty. That was 5 days ago when they heard the Robin Mines interview. When I see that, I used to call that lame. I've seen way too many people have this type of opinion, so I will stop calling it lame. I see it's too common for me to call it lame, okay? That's when you start to hear me say, okay, lack of skills, lack of game, you don't know what you don't know. And some people will never know it until they hit some kind of rock bottom, until they've had some kind of terrible experience and they have to relearn everything they've ever known. So anyway, she's spoken now, and I'm just going through the comments. So on Instagram, Auntie B, shout out to Auntie B, sent me a post this morning. And I'm looking at a post on Instablog right now. Blog just posted this literally 3 hours ago. It said there was a day after he finished beating me. This is according to the wife. He said, "It's not me, it's you making me do it." Does that not sound like it is you that made us lose the industry to decoders? Like, hey, they changed the policies on us, so we didn't know when they changed from DVD to decoders on us. Again, the way you do one thing is how you do everything else. When a person has an issue, when they're telling the side of the story and there's no ounce, a little bit, we all have issues with accountability, okay? Because listen, our experience is our experience, and we see things from the way we see them, all right? So we all have issues here and there with experience. We all have issues here and there with regards to accountability, because oftentimes we can't see. That's why when people say narcissism, they're like, we all have traits of this thing. Like, we can see our experience, and to hell with every other people's experience. That's just how the way the human being moves. And the best thing you can do with that is self-awareness. Okay, just be aware that we all do it. The worst thing you can do with that is turning around and calling everything that looks like it on the other side narcissism. You're not learning anything. That's what you're doing to you, and you're hurting yourself by doing that. But if you're aware that we all have certain traits in us that just makes us see our experience as the absolute truth, and we're always looking for things to align with it, which is essentially what EMEKA IKE was doing. Probably what this woman is doing right now, but she's the one responding, so I can only hold her so much to any kind of accountability, because she actually held herself accountable. She said something to the effect that he might have been seeing that I was growing wings. I need to hear things like that, right? She didn't have to say that. She could just completely say, no, this was a terrible man, a sociopath. No, she said, look, listen, I started fighting back, right? With words, and then it escalated because anger is a bastard. Then it started escalating, you know? So anyway, I'm going to leave this at, should I leave it here? Yeah, because I'm recording on my phone. I want to make sure that we don't lose this recording. I might come back with a part 2. Let me come back with a part 2. How's that? Okay.
Let me take a quick break. There's a part 2. I'll play that in a second. That one is about 9 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and prepare for the rest of the weekend, and we have a show at 5 o'clock. But let me just say thank you to Tima. Thank you so much, Tima, for the $50 super chat. I appreciate you. All right, let's get into part 2 really quickly. Let's do it. Aha.
So she said it was a day. He finished beating me. He said, "It's not me."
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Look for my hand now. Why are you like this? Aha.
All right, welcome back. So she said it was a day. He finished beating me. He said, "It's not me. It's you making me do it." Okay. This is what human beings do. Okay. In my personal experience, I see more women do it. You made me do it. Okay. But that's my personal experience, so I can't generalize. Right. You made me do it. But I know that human beings generally do that. It's, be aware when you say things like that. Your actions, regardless if they are reactions or not, okay, they're yours. They're your actions. You need to take full responsibility, accountability of your actions. Listen, every action, I am convinced that every action is a reaction to something. Maybe not to persons, maybe not to people's actions, maybe to the environment, the weather, the snow, right? I'm wearing this jacket because I'm reacting to the damn weather, right? Every action is a reaction. So it's a terrible excuse to not hold yourself accountable for your actions, okay? So he said that, So now, yes.
D, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate you. All right.
Yesterday, I watched with my wife last night. I watched a video with the Morayos and the TVC ladies, Your View, right? And he ended that interview, the video I saw ended with, "If I hear any stupid talk, I will spill all the beans I have decided to keep." Then I asked myself, what's the worst you're gonna say she's done? She slept with another man, she paternity fraud, all terrible things, granted, because somebody's gonna be like, so is that good? We don't know it's wrong already. We already know it's wrong. The issues here is that you're stuck on right and wrong, so you don't learn anything else. Right? The issue, the moment you take another person, if you really want to go with the wrong and right based off of results that we've seen, the moment you accept another person into your life in a romantic way, they have the power to destroy you. Okay, there's more than enough people in this world that will tell you that's the wrong move. You're in the wrong already. So that right and wrong fight back and forth, keep that to yourself. You're not saying anything special when you say cheating is wrong. We know that. Okay, you're not saying anything special when you're pointing out that stealing, cheating, and lying is wrong. We know it's wrong. The natural human mind knows these things are wrong, but people do them when it comes to survival. If it comes down to survival, people do what they have to do. Excuse my Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so if your mindset and your skills is just around moral standards, you go collect now for this street of the internet. Yes, you will collect, right? You will struggle with life. You and worse is that you will resent life because you're like, why am I doing all the right things and wrong things is still happening to me? Because your skills is only right and wrong, and you need more than that. It's cool, it's cute to know what is right and what is wrong. I think that's okay. Okay, that's bare minimum though. That's bare minimum. You need to do a little bit more than that. Okay, all right. I wonder what's going on with the audio. Let me see. Okay, I think that was over. All right, we did well. All right, let's see. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so that was the video. My memory, I lost memory at that point in time. Hence why I'm here to complete it, you know. But Adebusala said, not when the alleged perpetrator is on drugs. I'm not sure what I said that you responded to. Well, if you can clarify what I said, that would be false. When the alleged perpetrator is on drugs, let me know. But yeah, I want to say again, shout out to D and Tima for blessing this very, very short stream. Okay, because I want to round up. But there's a part 2 of that video coming out. I think the son is going to speak. I don't know what that is going to look like. You know, I have no idea what's gonna happen with that, but what I can tell you is this. Okay, EMEKA IKE has opened a can of worms. Okay, he's opened a can of worms. Okay, because now the wife has said he's a sociopath. As far as she's concerned, she's ready for the lawsuit. She actually said that she's not expecting that it will just go and rest, that he will probably try to cause more trouble. She said it's been over for 10 years, but he continued to be abusive in the media by bringing her name up in every time he does interview. I haven't even seen any one of those until the Robin Mind situation on Channels TV, you know. But there you have it. I'm telling you, you tell on yourself, okay? These things are not common sense. They're not common sense, okay? So, and it's very important that you know that. Here's why it's very important that you know that. You might end up with a sister, a brother, okay, a person that's moving mad, and they're about to lose everything, and they are right, and it's obvious that they are right. They went through something, right? Whatever it is that they went through the breakfast, right? And they have their rights to their opinion. They had their experience. Their experience is valid. They are right.
Oh, you're right.
They are right, Betty.
but everybody else also think they are right. So you need more than right and wrong. Your skills need to be much larger. Okay, a little bit larger, a little bit more than being able to identify right and wrong. Your moral standards are all over the place. Okay, there are people inside of where your moral standard came from that are misinterpreting it the wrong way. Right? So even with those people that you came from the same church, the same mosque, the same everything, you disagree sometimes. Why? Because it's subject to interpretations. Right? But the one thing we can't all disagree is the results. What results are you creating with the way you're moving? How will you pivot as you're moving along? What's the right way to pivot? Why do we need wisdom? Why do we need emotional intelligence if all we need is right and wrong? Right? Why do we need social intelligence? All you have to do is just be nice. Just do unto others as you should. Yes, you should. However, your assessment of that may be wrong. You might think you're doing as to all the others, and the other person is not liking what you're doing. And you might be coming from a place where you're not able to listen to other people, like you have trouble empathizing. Empathy is not the easiest thing ever. We're asking you to put yourself in other people's shoes. That's not the easiest thing ever. That's nowhere close to easy. When you're caught up in your own emotions, when you have your own ways of how you feel about what happened, right? But when you're aware that as human beings, we have a nature that only allows us to see things from our lens, and there's a blind spot. When you're just aware, maybe you just look back sometimes just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, as opposed to making conclusions off of your own feelings, you know. And that's what EMEKA had been doing. That's why he kept doing that interview. She said that she believes that he thinks she will never come out. Like, if you know in life, part of your emotional intelligence, that nothing is guaranteed, you will never move mad like that lady would never come out. What if she get into a space where she doesn't feel like she has anything else to lose, since you're going to continue to drag her for the last 10 years? Well, what could you possibly lose? Your reputation all over again because of coconut head? Pride is a bastard. I'm warning all of you, including myself. Pride is a bastard. You know, Nigerian people, we have pride, and it's a beautiful thing. Only until it's beautiful, or to a certain point, right? We got to pay attention to beyond just how we feel, okay? Yeah, even when you're right. Yes, especially when you're right. Because when you're right, the blind spot is much larger, it's bigger. Because after all, you're right. Who can tell you nothing, you know? But, yeah, he needs to shut up. He needs to not respond. If anybody he's not going to listen. Coconut head. If you know he listens to you, tell him to shut up for now, for the next 10 years, and focus on work. Because this work is about to blow up. They're going to make a lot of money, and he needs to focus on that. He said something in the interview with Your View. I need to end with this. He said, that's the mother of my kids, my mother of my 4 kids, and I respect them a lot. But then he went ahead to continue to be disrespectful. And I bet he can't see how it was disrespectful. He just can't see it. That's why he needs to take some time off and not say anything. You can't lose not saying anything. I know a lot of us believe that, hey, they're going to get away with saying all the wrong thing. No, they won't. Okay? They're going to satisfy their feeling, and you focus on your work, and then you come back to address it in a way that you can address it, that you don't implicate yourself further. Anyway. That's it. Dr. Abi says he needs to stop talking for now. I agree. 10 years ago, so what triggered him now? He said he's been talking in between, just that it wasn't as big as Tony Abraham. They say he's been talking. I haven't seen him too. But she said she's been dragging on and off over the last 10 years. She left 10 years ago. I think they finalized their divorce 7 years ago, 2016, something like that. And it was a customary court type of divorce, so they had to be in federal court or something like that. And then as far as the school is concerned, she said they lost the school because they paid for 10 years lease or something like that, and they were already losing money. As far as moving away from the house, she said, go watch the video on Tuesday. Please go and support Tuesday. I appreciate you, okay? Go and watch Tuesday. She said she moved out of the house because they were not paying rent and stuff like that. And before he came back, they had to move. She put some stuff in the school because they had some space in the school. And then she was staying with his mother. And then after a while, accused her of assaulting the mother too. And the mother said, I didn't say that. That Emeka's mother, according to her, allegedly said it was a Emeka that was spreading that news, that she never said that she assaulted. There was some kind of tussle between the two mothers, the mother-in-laws. It's nasty. And if everything is nasty like that, if everything else fails, I hope that men, gentlemen, you will learn how to keep your home together. Sometimes you have to tuck in your pride temporarily, so you can actually maintain your dignity, so you can actually maintain the actual pride over time. Sometimes you have to do that in the short term so that you can gain long term. I try to explain these things like, I don't know if that helps. If you don't listen, you get it.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. All right.
If you don't get it, I have to run because we have a show later on at 5 p.m. and we have to come back to it. Adebusola say instead of him to leverage on his Niger and South African connect to promote his movie, he's disparaging his ex. It never works out well. Yeah, we gotta be careful with the ex thing. The ex is still family. I know that tampers, it kicks against how we feel when you end up in collecting breakfast or you dish breakfast. You have your reasons, they're all valid. But you need to understand that those are all relationships you need to learn how to manage, how to nurture, especially if kids are involved, for your own good. You might not see it now in the short term. In the long term, you'll find out that it was all along for your own good. All right, it's been 10 years, right? If you don't do the work, Nigerian men, they tend not to want to do the work because after all, therapists now when you boast off, you collect. You see, if it's just you that you live in a cave, fine, you can get away with just living in a cave and being isolated, but you have kids, you have children, you have ex-wife and all this kind of stuff. Baba, if you don't seek wise counsel outside of just your common sense brain, you collect. I'm warning you right now. I've been warning people, but unfortunately they don't get here until they've hit rock bottom, unfortunately, but that's part of life. But if you still can catch it, please catch it. But Apache said he needs to grow up. And then he said, I did and was so glad when I saw your notification. Absolutely. I appreciate all of you for being here. I appreciate, again, thank you, Tima and D, for the total $60. You made it worth it. You put a smile on my face. I appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enlightened. We'll be back here with Sheon at 5 p.m. So make sure you come back. You can go back to the homepage of the page and make sure you set your notifications on so that you can be notified when we go live at promptly at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. Okay, New York time. All right. Hopefully you've been educated. I'll see you. I'll be right back. Like later on in the evening. Okay. Cheers.
Beautiful girl, sparkling night, killing time. I find a beautiful girl.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One loving up, we done enough.